Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to one and all for the second session, the reversal price action strategy as a part of the Super 25 program, India's largest online stock traders conference. It's great pleasure to have more than 300 people joining us today on the second day, and people are joining even now. Friends, special thanks to GoToWebinar for being the official sponsor of the Super 25 program. For people who don't know me, my name is Ashok Devanampriya. I started this firm called Kautilya Capital way back in 2017. I have spent almost 15 years in the IT industry before I jumped into the stock market for serious speculative journey. I am a techno fundamental investor. I do positional price action trading, and I have been an algo trader for close to 3 years now. It's almost 12 years of algo trading for me, and most of our algos are intraday algos. We are yet to find a successful strategy with respectable drawdowns as far as algos are concerned. I also pursue GAN as a topic. It's a serious topic of interest. We do a lot of analysis and observations on that particular subject. On qualification side, I am a mechanical engineer with an MBA from the UK, and I also did my specialization in asset management. I spent many years ago, I started my career with Toyota, moved to many IT companies before I took off this journey from 2017. That's in a nutshell about my experience. Currently, I started Traders Gurukul a couple of months ago. It's a nice visionary thought process. It seems to be working. We're trying to come back with a lot of interesting offerings as far as the trader fraternity is concerned. So let's talk about the reversal price action trading strategy. We call it the reverse engulf. Friends, what kind of traders are we? Can you see that cheetah chasing the deer? Can you also see that crocodile catching the deer? And the thirdly, there is a tiger which is jumping on the deer. All right. Friends, you see the first thing is a cheetah chasing a deer. In the second example, you see crocodile trying to capture its prey. In the third one, you see a tiger trying to capture its prey. Only in the first case, you see the predator chasing its prey. That is what fundamentally the breakout traders do. But price action traders are fundamentally retracement traders. They don't run behind the price. They will wait. The tiger will hide somewhere for its prey to come. The crocodile will wait in the riverbed for its prey to come, and then it captures it at an appropriate point of time. So that is what we do. It's all about a particular level. These animals capture their prey at the right location, and similarly, price action traders have to capture their price at the right location. Once again, I would like to give a check on the voice. Can everyone hear me? Give me a small check, please. And we move on. Friends, price action is an art where we don't use any indicator. All right. For us, we believe that price is the ultimate indicator as far as trading is concerned. For one simple reason, when you go to a railway station, you will see an engine pulling the compartments. The compartment is never pushing the engine. Why? The engine has the capacity and the charge to pull the compartments. The engine is like your price. The entire compartment, keep calling each compartment with each indicator. Call it RSI, MACD, stochastics, moving average, or whatever. The fact of the matter is price tells the ultimate truth at the ultimate moment. Price happens right now. Now, what is engulf? In simple words, friends, engulf is something that is creating a trouble, a barricade, a barrier. Okay. Once you cross a barrier, you call it as an engulf. In simple words, it's a concept where price closes below or above a support resistance line. The close above or below a key resistance or support is a must. It need not be support and resistance. It can be any other barrier. There are a lot of price action barriers that come in the classic principle of technical analysis. They're also included. Friends, see an example of price. The price is going up and suddenly it stopped at one point of time and it dropped. Does anyone know why it dropped? You don't have to worry. The first thing that most traders should ignore is the reason for a fall, the reason for a rally. A trader should not care about reasons. A trader should learn to react to the situation. That is all. The price fell because there were more sellers. That's all I know as of now. And please notice there is a resistance that has been created. Generally in price action, what we say, whenever a price stops at a point and comes back, we call it as a minor resistance. If the price goes to a same point again and falls down, creating a double top kind of a scenario, we call it as a major resistance. And next time when price moves, definitely that zone will fight. This is like your riverbed, right? Where the crocodile and deer interact with each other, the tip of the riverbed. When the price touches that zone, there would be definitely some resistance because nobody will surrender for no reason. The scene that you see here, how many of you can make out that the price pierced into that zone but finally closed below the level? Correct? The price pierced, formed a high, but it could not sustain at the top, but it fell down. And what happened now? In the last case, can you see the domination? Price went, a beautiful long bar, lengthy green momentum candle is formed. It clearly shows that resistance has been destroyed. If you consider that resistance as some fort created by your enemy, you have taken it out. This is called as an engulf. Everyone clear? So going forward, I will talk a lot of examples about engulf. When I say engulf, means you have broken a key barrier, a key constraint. Friends, if you look at the entire theory of candlesticks, our legend Steve Nissen, the classic book that he has written on candlesticks, it is just on my right side right now in my private library. I am running this particular session from my private library at home, from my house. All right, so the library is on my right side. I can see that red book from here. Okay, he spoke about many candlesticks examples you can come across hundreds of candlesticks. You talk about engulfing, bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing, hammer, doji, you know there are so many scenarios. But for us as price action, we have only two things. Either it has to be a strong momentum candle where the price rallies with confidence, one person winning the battle, or a candle where the body is very, very small, where there is a fight. Nobody has won the scenario. The first candle that you see is like a winning match. Australia destroyed Afghanistan. Okay. The second example you see in simple words is like India versus Australia. It's a draw match. Nobody won. The body is small. A small body signifies fighting. A lengthy body signifies domination. Here, who dominated? Can anyone tell me? In the example that you see, the first candle, the buyers dominated. Why? Because the color of the candle is green. All right, good. In price action, friends, fundamentally there are only three building blocks. Okay, if you look at the candles, basic level, there are only two candles. One is a candle with a big body, the other one is a candle with a small body. That is all, nothing more. You look at all the examples, that's what you see. Now those building blocks are three derivatives. The first one is called as a rally. Generally we say, no, when price goes up, we say it's rallying, Nifty is rallying, it rallied well. The second one is called as a base. What is a base? A base is nothing but a candle where the body is very, very small. That's all. Now, does the color matter? It doesn't matter. Okay, India versus Australia. Australian scored 300, Indian scored 290, but the test match is draw. So what? So color is insignificant in case of base candles. They mean nothing. They officially mean nothing. And finally is this, where we call it as a drop. So who dominates this candle? Right. Sounds good. So there are only three candles. Either it can be a big rally, a strong bull candle, or it can be a big drop, a strong bear candle, or it can be a base candle. All right, when we say a base candle, it is a candle where the body is very small and it will have very big wicks. Okay, that's all. That's about basics now. Okay, I'll take another 5 minutes to set the context. Okay, in case of price structures, there are only four price structures that we have. Okay, the first and foremost thing is called as the drop base rally, where there is a drop. Can you make out? This is a drop candle, no? Bearish, drop, drop, and suddenly this is a rally, rally, rally. Okay, so what has happened? This is called as drop base rally. Ideally, sometimes the base happens, sometimes they may not happen. Price will suddenly move in a particular direction depending upon the demand, depending upon the supply, depending upon the scenario. Okay, and the second one is called as the rally based drop. So that is a case where there is a rally first and then price slows down and suddenly the price drop. All right, now the third thing is called as drop based drop, which means price falls, takes some rest, and further falls. Okay, and further falls. And the last thing is called as rally base rally, where price rallies first, slows down with the rally, cools down a bit, and rallies further. Some of you might ask a question, sir, where is the base? Okay, let's say this is the base now. Okay, I marked a base for you. You want a base? I'll put another base here. Whether base exists or not, price reversed. Always remember, friends. Okay, whether the base exists or not, price has reversed there. If you want to see the base, go on a lower time frame, you will definitely find it. These are the only 4 simple price structures that runs in the entire price action theory, and then we can go into the concepts of power patterns to really understand how price action behave. Now, friends, you have always seen the war zones. Wars are won not because of the quantity of warriors they have, the amount of ammunitions they carry. Wars are won based on strategies. Those who have better techniques will emerge. Those who have better techniques will always emerge. Those who have better information will always emerge, because today, in today's world, information is power, right? Now, in a war zone, generally your enemy will not tell you and come and attack you. Did Corona made a phone call before coming? No, it just appeared. Well, it could have been created in Wuhan, God knows. Let's assume, but it came to India. Nobody invited it. It just came. All right. So you never know who will attack when. That's the beauty of markets. When, how the institution will attack you, how they will approach you, where they will catch you, where they will take your stop losses, we have no idea. But they will play multiple manipulations in order to cheat the innocent retailers. We all of us are retailers. And how do we escape from that? For that, we need to have a clear process in place. Fundamentally, the only way that any retail trader can win against an institution is through a process. That's all. When I say process, it can be a process with respect to a strategy, a process with respect to risk management, process with respect to position sizing, process with respect to money management. For everything, if you have a process, there is a chance that you may win. What kind of a candle is this, friends? Who is dominating the scene? The bulls are dominating the scene. Correct. Now, what kind of a candle is this? Now, who is dominating this moment right now? No one. Okay, there is a tug of war. That's called as a base. Now, who is dominating the scenario? Now the sellers are dominating the scenario. Now there is a clear structure. One of the 4 price structure has appeared. It's clean rally base drop. It's a very clean rally base drop. So generally what we do, we will try to mark this top lane as a level. We will take the bottom of this lane as a level. This we call it as a zone. This is zone is similar to your riverbed, where you have the crocodile on one side, deer on the other side. Price action traders always fight at a particular level. They never play at multiple levels. For me right now, this is the zone. I will not look for anything here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. For me, only this area is the focus. Okay, we call it as a zone. Now that I call it as an authentic zone. There's a beautiful question. Somebody asked, Ashok, is it suitable for all time frames? Price action is one of the very few concepts which are universally applicable across all time frames. They are applicable all kinds of methods also, be it intraday trading, positional trading, Investing also you can apply price action, and it is something which you can apply to any asset class in the world, because it is all about price. There is no indicator in this game. It's all about understanding who is dominating the scene right now, who is under control. There are only two things: there is a buyer, there is a seller, and there is nobody. Among these three, where are we right now? Somebody is asking, Ashok, why did you mark only the top of the wick to the bottom of the body? In fact, friends, there are different ways of marking the levels, but here I mark like this because I don't enjoy marking top to bottom. I generally prefer this marking. I don't enjoy this marking because generally if I trade at this level, for example, this risk is more compared to this risk. Assuming this is the stop loss, if this is entry 1 and this is entry 2, see the risk. The second one is almost 40% lesser risk. Okay. Now, what is an authentic zone? Friends, simple. Now, talk common sense. What happened right now? You just see two bull candle, one base candle, and price dropped from there, which is a bear candle. That's all. Now, think in another perspective. When the first bull candle came, price is moving. You are driving on a highway. Okay, you are driving on a highway. You are elegantly driving on a highway. You further driving on a highway. Suddenly, at one point of time, you slow down. There is a traffic jam. There is a traffic jam. Whenever you see a base candle, tell yourself there is a traffic jam. Somebody is not allowing you to travel fast. And if price falls down, they kicked you back. That's all. You took a reverse turn, which means the road ahead is not ready. Either a stronger man has to come, fight that road out, throw them all. If you are weaker, you come back. That's all is the point. Now, whenever this zone happens, that zone is nothing but a place where there is war between the buyers or sellers. In simple words, it is a place where price slows down. Where price slows down. Understand this point. Price is struggling there. It doesn't move. It spends good amount of time there. And I repeat this statement. Be very clear. Whenever price slows down at any point for the first time in its life, it is called as an authentic zone. I repeat. Whenever the price is slowing down for the first time in its life, it is called as an authentic zone. You know why I have put LTH here? Somebody was asking, what is LTH? LTH stands for lifetime high. If this is lifetime high, don't you think this is first time price stopping here? If that level is a lifetime high, after forming a lifetime high, if the price creates a zone, it is happening for the first time. If it happens for the first time, it is called as an authentic zone, original zone, self incarnation. It's not reincarnation, it is self incarnation. The zone is created by itself. Imagine a fort that has been created, a fort. Okay, now that is an authentic zone, right? Okay, now what happened? This fellow was a coward. He came back. He could not fight them all. Next time he went back after 3 months in the same highway. Rallied. And one fine day he went inside that location. And now he has come to that particular zone for the second time in his life, not first time. And this zone is called as a reaction zone. In simple words, what is a zone? A zone is a place where price stopped and reversed, or where price stops and rallied further. Wherever price slows down, it is a zone. Wherever you see a base, you might see a zone. If that zone is happening for the first time in its life, it is an authentic zone. After that, any visits, it is a reaction zone. All right. The second zone is a reaction zone, because if you put a line here and check back, you will see another zone here. Okay, price has already come in this place before once. Here it has come for second time, third time, fourth time. How many times you come, you are called as reaction zone. This is one of the key foundations to the reversal strategy. Strongest are those who breaks the stronger. Everybody knows that Ballal Dev was very strong. In part 1 of Bahubali, the beginning, he emerged stronger. He became the king by hook or crook. He killed the senior Bahubali and became the king. In the second part, Bahubali, the conclusion, his son, the junior Bahubali, comes and kills Ballal Dev. So what does it mean? This guy is much stronger. So when you reflect the same concept into the world of trading, any zone, whenever you find a strong zone, if that strong zone is destroyed by another person, then that person is much more stronger. Okay, that is the essence of this conversation. That's why we say strength is relative. Our colleague says, Ashok, is lifetime high always important? No. I gave a lifetime high example because for you to understand that an authentic zone is a level where price comes for the first time. Anyway, to explain this in a interesting and simplified manner, I will take MS Paint. Okay. Now give me your attention. Let's say price is going up. Rallied. This is IPO day. Price was listed for the first time. Rally, base, rally. Is this a zone? What kind of a zone is this? It is an authentic zone. Why? Because the price slowed down at that location for the first time in its life. All right. Now, price came down, went up, and did another zone. What kind of a zone is this? This is also an authentic zone. Now, price after traveling, it comes down and reacted. What kind of a zone is this? It's a reaction zone. And when price comes here, it reacted. What is this? That's yet another reaction zone. Now somebody might ask me a question, Ashok, how long this would carry on? Does it matter? It absolutely matters. Okay, here make a note of this book, The Truth of the Stock Tape. All of you make a note on your notepad or somewhere. The Truth of the Stock Tape is one of the best books ever written in the world of financial markets. I repeat, it's not only the best book, it is the first book ever written on financial markets by W.D. Gann. The Truth of the Stock Tape. He is a man who analyzed the wheat market data and also the cotton market data for hundreds of years. Price remembers history. Price carries a particular DNA. There are times price creates kiss scenario. When I say kiss, if it's a level, let's say Nifty is, for example, 9835, it will come kiss 9835 or 9834 and reacts. If such scenarios, you can see hundreds of cases in hundreds of scripts even today. Why? Because price remembers history. Please repeat the book name. The book name is called The Truth of the Stock Tape. The Truth of the Stock Tape by W.D. Gann. And not only that, friends, remember, you might have 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs. If you want to buy Reliance, you spend some money and buy Reliance at, say, for example, 5 lakh rupees, 10 lakhs, maybe 50 lakhs, 1 crore if you are a middle class man. Would you buy 500 crores of Reliance? You will not. Institutions always buy at levels. Let me ask a very, very simple question. Will institution buy market orders or limit orders? Institutions always play limit orders. Why? Because they don't get their filling. They will never get their filling if they put market orders. I'm sorry. If they put market orders, they will be moving the market. They will not get their filling at the price they want. That is why many a times the orders will stay in the systems. The orders will stay at their levels. Many mutual fund managers will get a clear instruction from their bosses. Buy XYZ stock at this price. How much ever it comes, buy it. Here is the limit. Let us buy 500 crores worth of Ashok Leyland stocks if it comes to price 34. First time it comes to 34, instead of 500 crores, you might get a feeling of 50. Second time you get a feeling of another 50. What is happening? You all trade double top, triple top, double bottom, triple bottom, quadruple bottom. What are they? It's almost the same thing. Okay. Now let's come back. Done with us authentic zone. Everyone understood. Now let's talk about the story of reversal. I have not taken the script. Okay. Of course, I copied it from TradingView. This is one of the most interesting scripts that we have. Okay. Price is moving up. Everyone agree? What is the basic foundation of a trend? When a price makes a series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, we call it as a trend. That is an uptrend. A series of lower high, lower highs and lower lows, we'll call it a downtrend. Now, after all the uptrend, something is happening here. What is happening here? What is this? What do you call that? Some people call it consolidation. Some people call it distribution. Some people call it zone. Okay, interesting. Now I will throw a challenge to everyone. There are two things in Wyckoff theory. There is accumulation and distribution. Correct? If the buyer is buying, you call it accumulation. If seller is selling, you call it distribution. Now what is this? Our friend Saravanan confidently says it is accumulation only. So you are telling the price will go up from there? Someone says distribution only. The best answer you can give is that anything can happen. See, this is the problem between a trader and a statistician. All right, let us say you have a coin, you put head and tails. Okay, you put head and tails 10 times, and all the 10 times it created an head. Now the betting for the 11th time happens. You go to the statistician, he will say, you ask him what is the next betting, and you go to the trader and ask him what is the next betting. The trader will blindly say 100% head. Why? Because 10 times it hit head. But the statisticians say 50-50. Why? Because every betting is a probability. Your past performance has no relation to the current performance. You might be the world's best trader with brilliant performance, but the betting that you are taking right now is independent of all the events of the past. So those successful traders of the world are those who think trading like a statistician. Okay, for your kind information, you cannot call it anything. You just know it is a sideway movement. It is just an ordinary consolidation. Now, what is that institution wants to do now? Will it want to take the price up or down? No idea. We know that it is moving the price up and it started consolidating. So what it will do? Definitely nobody knows. Now, after all this so-called move, price in fact fell down. Okay, now I'll ask you a question. What was this? Now it's 100% distribution. We can confidently say 100% distribution. Correct? Very nice. After that, price has fallen. We are clear now. Sounds good. Now what actually happened here? They were not buy orders, they were all sell orders. Slowly the institution was offloading their positions. They were shorting the market, and all the orders the retailers picked up. This is on a particular time frame. Okay, some time frame. Now let us go to a higher time frame. When I go to a higher time frame, okay, this is how it looks to me. The price moved in such a way that it created like a cap like scenario. You know, a bottle cap. How many of you have a water bottle? On the top you put a cap, right? On the top of your bottle. Similarly, the price cap there, the price behaved like a cap. It consolidated in that region and had a massive fall. I just inserted a cap on the head of the bottle. People who can't visualize much, you can visualize like this. Okay, to make all the economy warriors happy, I will put it like this. Though I don't do that, I don't buy. Okay, all right, sounds good. Now, cool, there is a cap. Now there are few interesting things that happens here. Friends, always remember, it is the same damn script, it is the same damn price, but few guys will make a different interpretation out of it. There is a bank called HDFC Bank, and he is many times bigger than many of the banks in India put together. I must say, you put all the public sector banks of India in one place, this fellow HDFC would be much bigger. Why? Don't you all think it is the same RBI which governs their activity? It is the same customers. Why he is valued more? Because he does something better. He has the same rules and regulations, same processes, but he does something better. The same thing with a trader also. Now, please observe the price journey. There is a rally base rally here. Rally base rally. Can somebody make out? And that zone, what zone is that? The price went to that region for the first time. If price goes to a unknown territory, or I'm sorry, I cannot say an unknown territory, if price stops at a region for the first time, it is an authentic zone. Okay, not only that, there are two things that happened. The price first formed a beautiful authentic zone, then the price reversed from there. Third, the price engulfed the authentic zone, and finally price fell down. Everyone get that? There are four things that happened to me here. There are literally four things. How many of you understand that? There are literally four things that happened here. Step number one, there was an authentic zone formed. I'll erase everything. I will draw the numbers again. Step number one, an authentic zone was formed. Step number two, the price dropped after that. Step number three, the authentic zone was engulfed. Okay. Now, always remember, friends. Now, when price is rallying, rallying, and after that it does sideways and fall, who is this guy? What is that? It is a base. Brilliant. Exactly. It is an authentic zone. Very good. But not only that, it is the last demand that fought before the price reversed. How many of you understand that? This is also an authentic zone according to this chart, because on the left side I don't know where it is, but compared to this demand zone D1, D2, D3, remember that D3 is the last warrior who fought, who defended the buyers. Everyone get that? Before they were all destroyed by the sellers. D3 was the last demand, the last buyer who fought with the sellers, eventually got beaten. Eventually, that demand was destroyed. The sellers dominated the scene and took price down. Okay, but when the price comes down, it not only came down, it also engulfed that authentic zone. The authentic zone is the specialty. How do you know D3 is the last demand? Because rest all demands were below it. Suppose somebody is asking how. Again, this is simple common sense. Okay, this is Mahishmati. Okay, now people should not ask me who is Mahishmati. Okay, now this is the enemy who wants to defend. Now there's a bunch of warriors here. There is a bunch of warriors here. There's a bunch of warriors here. 1, 2, 3. When these guys come and attack, push back, attack, push back, attack, push back, they will destroy. All ones are killed. And now it comes to 2. React. Even 2 get killed. And finally 3 is the guy where he fought. If this guy is broken, these guys are eliminated. The fort is captured. So this guy is important. I am not denying. 1 is important, 2 is important, but 3 is critical. Why? He is the last fort of defense. Friends, think about it. Who is India's first line of defense? That is a slogan. India's first line of defense, the border security force. It's not the army. The answer is BSF. Thank you, Shri. Border security force is India's first line of defense. Okay. Now assuming this is the kingdom, Okay, generally, though in this example, it's a different thing. If I have to redraw in that format, let's say this is India, for example, and we have two layers. So layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. This is the first line of defense. Then there will be somebody else to defend. There is somebody, and then before they come and touch the core area. So the last guy, this guy, if he is destroyed, it's over. Now, let me take a beautiful example, an animation for me to explain the concept. And the black candle engulfed the authentic zone, and he must be superior. Now, if you remember, I mentioned that the strongest is the one who dominates the stronger guy. You might be strong, but there's one guy who's stronger than you. There's one guy who's strongest than you. So once this authentic zone is broken, the guy who broke him, the guy who destroyed him, he's a stronger guy. He's a much superior guy. The same with the hierarchy with us. We have a CM, there is a PM, there are multiple levels of hierarchies. So please remember this fact that the domination keeps changing. Let me tell one important secret. The entire theory of price action has one weakness. I don't know how many of you know it. The theory of price action is based on the principle that there is no new army coming to fight. Understood? Now for example, this is our fort. Okay, this is our Chhatrapati Shivaji's fort. Now it is attacked by Aurangzeb. Okay, then imagine along with Aurangzeb, Bahmani Sultans attack him. What will happen to me? Next, Nizams will attack. What next? So the war in price action is only based on what has happened. How is the kind of domination or the fight? It is only based on existing orders. If new set of orders come in, fresh orders, fresh money coming into the system, price action will not respond. It will not know. In such scenarios, you need to wait for the reaction. Anyway, I hope this example suffice, and let me go to the crux. Okay, here is the example. The concept is simple. There is an authentic zone which we already spoke. There is a rally base drop. Okay, and the authentic zone is engulfed. Once an authentic zone is engulfed, okay, this level is called as the reversal zone. It creates a cap kind of a scenario. When price tomorrow comes here, you can look forward for a trade. Okay, now there are two things that happen when price comes and engulf. There are two things. Where did the army come from? Where did the army halt before they won the battle? Can you see this? Here price, there is a small Chotu base. How many of you can notice? In this example, there's a very beautiful Chotu base candle is there. Here. Here. See, the army came from here. Sellers came from here. That is the origin of engulf, which means seller came from Delhi. But before they attacked me in Bangalore, they took a halt somewhere near Madhya Pradesh. This is the zone. Okay, They took a halt before engulfing. That halting point is called as the source of engulf, and from where the price rallied is called as the, not the, from where the price dropped is called as the origin of engulf. Okay, now OOE, origin of engulf, is a zone from where the fall started. Second is called SOE, the source of engulf is a zone which engulf the authentic zone. So do you understand that this guy, this zone is stronger than this zone which got destroyed? So this is your Bhallal Dev, this is your Bahubali. And now ask, who is this? Is Bahubali's dad. Where would be the point of entry? You can take an entry here with a stop loss here. Entry 1, stop loss 1, entry 2, stop loss 2. Some people do entry 1 with stop loss 2 also. There's a brilliant question. Somebody asked, Ashok, what about the volume? Is it required? No. I strongly believe volume is a cheater. I never believe in volumes. Maybe I will compare volume profile, but I will not check the static volumes. It means no meaning to me. Okay, so the entries are always at the zones. Either I can either enter at the source of engulf or at the origin of engulf, depending upon the capacity, and most of the times I love to trade at the origin of engulf. And sometimes please remember, there's no guarantee that this SOE should happen. You know what happens? There are two scenarios here. Let me write it for you. Here is a line. Price went up, sideways movement, went up. Price that sideways movement, it came down. Now can everyone agree this is an authentic zone? What is this? This is a rally, this is a base, rally, and there is a rally, a base, and a drop, and the authentic zone is engulfed here. Once the authentic zone is engulfed, this is the level where I can take a trade. This is my entry, this is my stop loss. And who are you? You are a retracement trader. You are not the cheetah. You are either the tiger or the crocodile. When price comes back into that zone, you will take an entry and expect a reversal. Ashwini says, how would you know in advance it is formed? You will never know in advance. You will plan it only after the action is happened. You will go and do a murder investigation only after the murder. A CBI will not know before the murder. CBI will jump in only after the murder to find the culprit. Okay. Now, case 2. This is case 1. I will draw case 2 now. Price is moving up. Price stopped. Price rallied. What is this? Authentic zone. Why authentic zone? I am telling the price has come here for the very first time. It has not come and stopped there. Please remember, coming in the past is fine, but it has not stopped. It has not stopped. I will write it in some time. Then price does sideways, it falls down, again goes sideways and breaks the authentic zone. So this is my SOE. This is my OOE, the origin of engulf. And next time price can go and react from here. It can even react from here. Okay. um, Aditya is asking, Ashok, from technical analysis standpoint, we should know what is going to happen. If we don't predict, what is the use? Either you have not attended the full session or you have not understand basics. You are a retracement trader. You are not a breakout guy. When price breaks the authentic zone, I have concluded that my entry is here. My entry is here. Here is my short. Here is my stop loss. At this point, you have so much time for you to plan your trade. Okay. All right. Now let us see some interesting examples. Now I'll throw one important thing for every one of you. Okay. This is with respect to authentic zone. What kind of a zone is this? Is that an authentic zone? Don't know. Okay. That is, see, this is an authentic zone. Okay. Now this is an authentic zone. Now let me take a different color. Please remember, the price is stopping here, but in the past it did not stop there. Understand basics. Understand basics. The price did not stop there. If the price had gone up, done a base, and then rallied, this is a reaction zone. The price did not do that. Okay. Now let me show the examples. All right. Now this is what, now I'll write two scenarios. Now this is the last scenario and then I'll go into real life examples. Okay. Now I'll draw like this: high, low. Okay. Now this is the story. Is this authentic zone? No, it is not an authentic zone because the price has stopped it in the past. The price had stopped there in the past. Now from there it will break and come here. Now tell me, is this authentic zone? You should understand this very clearly. This is 100% authentic zone because the price had traveled there in the past, but it never stopped there. There was no traffic jam there in the past. I repeat, there was no traffic jam there in the past, so it is an authentic zone. It just passed away. When he went there first time, there was no traffic jam. There is no signal. He happily went off. But when he came back second time, there was a traffic jam. But this traffic jam is happening for the first time, and then it is an authentic zone. Okay. Now, let me answer some sanity questions. People are asking, what is the RR? Friends, my minimum RR is 1:3. I never trade less than that, particularly for positional trading. Okay. My minimum RR for this one is 1:2 for intraday. Okay. For intraday trading. Okay. We have something called as RR enhancement. We have something called as RR enhancement. By doing that, we generally take the RR to 1:5. Okay. Across time frames. Okay. Couple of them says, I'm confused with this authentic zone. It takes lot of time to understand authentic zone. I can't just do justice to all everyone on this concept. It takes little time. Anyway, Okay, this is the kind of RR I generally look for, but the minimum is 1:3. Okay, if you are doing positional trading, if you don't take minimum 1:3 RR, it makes no sense. Now, point number 2, if you ask me personally, even with a worst 30% win rate, you will always be profitable. Forget 40, 50, 60, 90. Understand this, even with 30 is what? That is the mark that you should get in school. 30 is just pass. If you don't just pass, you should not even do trading. You should be on paper trading, stay on books, verify. Okay, all right. Now let's avoid Gyan. I'll take you through the examples now. And finally, before we move on, here is the final anatomy of a reversal zone. Price is dropping. Okay, it formed a base. And price reverse. What is that? What is that? It is a drop base rally. So it is a zone. What is that zone? It is a demand zone because the price went up. Not only that, price stopped there. If you want to check if it is an authentic zone, go left. Go to the same point in the past. Check if there is a traffic jam before. Check if there is a zone before. If there is a zone, this is not an authentic zone. Now, price moved up. What is that? It's a rally base rally. Okay. Now tell me, is that an authentic zone? It is an 100% authentic zone because before that there was no traffic jam. See, I go to the left. See here, he elegantly went down. He didn't do this. He didn't do pass and then came down. This is the last example that I can give you. Okay, the price did not stop there. It's a beautiful momentum candle. It is not touching any basis. Okay, it is 100% authentic demand zone. It's an authentic zone, and price rallies sideways and slowly it forms a rally based drop. When it does a rally based drop, you call it as a supply zone. And remember friends, every zone cannot be traded. It is a supply zone, it is a demand zone. I never said every demand zone is a tradable zone. Now, price came inside authentic zone. It may react. No, it didn't react. So what happened? What happened to the authentic zone? Authentic zone is broken. What do we call that breakage as? Authentic zone is engulfed. The moment an authentic zone is engulfed, we are confident that a reversal zone is formed. So next time when price goes to that zone, we expect a reversal. In simple words, this is a strong zone. But this zone, zone 1 is a very strong zone. Zone 2 is the strongest zone. So somebody who destroys the strong zone is much stronger. So when we go there, we will take care, we will try to travel along with him. We will try to take a trade with him. The prey comes into that area and we capture it. That is a duty of the crocodile or the tiger. And the price reacts. And where is your entry here in this game? This is your shorting point. This is your short. This is your stop loss. Rule number 1, authentic zone formed. Rule number 2, rally based drop happened. Rule number 3, authentic zone engulfed. Rule number 4, trade on reversal. What is the target? Take the risk. Minimum take 1:3. If you are able to do RR enhancement, take 5R. If there is compression, take 10R also, but compression is an unique theory. I don't have time to explain it right now. Okay, it is pure game of domination. Who is dominating? How did he dominate? How is the weaker candidate in opposite to you? Let me ask you a simple question. Tomorrow's match is India versus Australia. How many of you bet saying India will win? Okay, and the betting is 1:2. If India wins, you will get 10,000. If India loses, you have to pay me 20,000. Some people say no bet. Very good. Tamin is smart. Now, if it's India versus Afghanistan, if it's India versus Afghanistan, I don't care 1:2 bet also. I know majority of times India will win. That is the point here. If your enemy is weaker, you are much stronger. All right. So here is a classic example. This is Ashok Leyland. This is a beautiful SR line. Okay. You see a rally, base rally, and that is a lifetime high. If it's a lifetime high, it's 100% sure there is no need to check, because price has stopped after traveling lifetime high. So naturally it has to be an authentic zone. And then what happened? Price rallied and came down. And this authentic zone was broken by this candle. So the zone, then we'll go reverse, stop wherever there is a base, and we mark the source of engulf, and from wherever price traveled, we'll mark the origin of engulf. Now price, once Ashok Leyland comes to 165, if you don't want to short, just buy a put option at 165 and forget it for month. Take next month put option, safer. There are some levels, there are some points, price will definitely come, they will definitely get beaten. There are some amazing Quasimodos that has formed. Let me re-explain in a different example. Now friends, think about it. This is a supply. This whole thing is a supply. Okay. This is a rally base rally. Okay. Price capped up rally, Chotu base, brilliant departure. It came down and destroyed this zone here. Okay. Then once that zone is engulfed, okay, this is a guy who officially engulfed. It has to close clearly below the zone. Okay, this is the guy. Now what happened? When you go reverse, you mark the source of engulf, and you go to the top and mark the origin of engulf. Then what did price do? Price came, reacted 1, 2, 3. Your first time, second time, 3 times, and finally it destroyed it. It broke that source of engulf. It went and kissed the origin of engulf and still reacted from there. Okay, so the point is simple. And look at this beauty of piercing here. See, if price first comes, imagine a wooden box, okay? You have a wooden box. You take a nail and pierce it. You hit with a big wooden mallet now. What happens? Second time you hit, it will go inside, further inside. Third time, same thing happened here. Check it. That is piercing. That is the art of order filling. Okay, that is the art of order filling. Every time price goes there, orders are getting consumed. Every time price goes there, your opponent gets weaker, 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 and this zone is killed here, dominated. Take the brick example or the wooden plank example. The more you keep hitting the mallet, every hit, the nail will go inside and pierce it. Is this interesting, sensible? Okay. Now let me do some more examples in the system. Give me a minute. Okay. So let me go take intraday database. Okay. So there are a few more examples which I have marked. Look at this example. Look at this example. Is this a base authentic zone? How many of you agree this is an authentic zone? It is an authentic zone. For me, it is an authentic zone. Okay, price stopped and went up. And then after going up, it formed this rally base drop. Okay, then what happened? This authentic zone was engulfed by this candle. Or take this candle also, beautiful gap down. And after that, price went and kissed that zone. Price authentic zone was engulfed, price went up, picked the orders and came down. Entry, stop loss. So what has happened here? Price rallied, came a bit down, formed a base, went up, rally, base, drop, authentic zone engulfed. Okay, and price went up. This is entry, this is stop loss. Took the trade, fall came. Wait, I'll take some more examples on a lower time frame, and I'll show you some failed examples also. If you see everything winning, you'll think, okay, it's holy grail. There's no holy grail, everything flops. Okay, now take this. I'm hoping this guy is authentic. Is this an authentic zone? Anyone having any argument? Okay, that authentic zone was engulfed by this candle, this guy. I'll zoom it. Now watch carefully. It was engulfed by this guy, that red candle, nicely engulfed. Now where is my cap? My cap is this. So officially this is my entry, and This is my stop loss. Price came, it did a wonderful job. Okay, price came there to the top, it came into the zone and it fall, but it broke my stop loss. Okay, operation success, patient died. Okay, price of course fell, but what is the point after hitting my stop loss? Now when I studied it back to understand why did it hit the stop loss, it was a pure level over level. I'll put a line here. When I go on the left side to study what was happened, there was a level over level here. Ideally the whole zone should have been taken. Okay, and see here is this whole zone should have been taken. So technically these kind of zones where there are levels over levels over levels, we should not trade. So this is a very cute cap you cannot trade because there were a lot of level over level. Someone says, so what sir, multi many days apart, many periods, so what? Price remembers history. Always remember, how many of you trade double bottoms, double top here? How many of you play double bottoms, double tops? Anyone playing double bottoms, double tops on a daily, weekly basis, majority would be losing money. If you really want to play the game, try on a yearly level. Try multi-year double bottoms, double tops. Let me take Tata Motors. Close this. I don't want this. Monthly. When did Tata Motors list? 1984. Okay. My chart is showing from 1984 Tata Motors. I need lot of data because I study a multi-year charts with Gann levels. Okay. So that is why I prefer it. Okay. So the point is, if you are trading a double top or a double bottom, if you trade a yearly level double top or double bottom, you can pick big trades. Second, you should trade it after the double bottom or double top has broken and then fallen. First get cheated and then take an entry with the institution. The second time you will get a proper entry. First time you will get beaten. The institutions always come to pick that stop loss. Okay, now 1 second. I'll show you another example. Okay, I'll show you another example. Is this an authentic zone? It's an authentic zone. Okay, now this is my short level. Entry, stop loss, target is what? Like for 1%. So 3% should be the target. Yeah, maybe 1:3 target. Price dropped. This is the entry after zone formation. And then it broke again next time. That level was taken off here. But you got an entry and got your 1:3 target. You can even get 1:5 also. Friends, please understand the essence of stop loss. Many people say your stop loss is my entry. Why? How many of you think all the time my stop loss was taken, my stop loss was taken? How many of you have that feeling? I had put my stop loss, price came there, kissed my stop loss and went off. How many of you think like that? Friends, you know what? Your price was not stolen. Okay. The problem is with you. The problem is you were standing with lot of people. Think about it. A fisherman goes to catch fish. Okay. Will he put a fish net in a place where there are few fish, or will he put a fish net in a place where there are many fish? He will only put his net in a place where there are multiple people. The same story holds good here. Institutions will come and pick stop losses where there are maximum number of retailers staying together with extensive liquidity. If your stop loss is eaten, it means you stayed at a level where there was extensive liquidity, and many of the retailers were also thinking like you. Institution came there to take maximum stop loss, but not you. See, the fisherman is coming to catch 1 lakh fish. Don't tell me he came only to catch me. No. The fisherman doesn't even know you. You are nobody. You are, for him, you are just a fish. Rather, you are just food for him. He doesn't care who you are. He never came with to see you. He went to a place where there were maximum people like you and me. Everyone get that? So institution doesn't care. Stay away from the masses. Do social distancing. Okay, if you do social distancing from other retail levels, you will you may have a chance. You might escape. Okay. Now coming to the summary. If you remember, we initially spoke about only 2 candles. We didn't talk about much. Second, there are only 4 price structures: DBR, RBD, RBR, DBD. And every zone is dominated by someone. Any point of time, you know somebody is dominating. Sometimes there is no one who is dominating. It's like a draw match. But whenever a strong person is killed, a stronger person will get emerged. The reversal zone will work extensively in places where an authentic zone is engulfed. That is the key point. That is the intrinsic point in the conversation. We are retracement traders and we don't chase price. We are always at a level. We hit stop loss, we take stop loss. And friends, if you ask me win rate and all, I don't care much about it because my RR is always 1:3 to 1:5. Even with 30%, all I can tell you is where we would be profitable. I don't want to give exorbitant numbers to give unreasonable expectations. Always remember, 19% traders to lose money, the 10% traders are just following a damn process. They don't have any holy grail. So the fact of the matter is a 30% win rate will always keep your equity curve above zero. When your risk is taken care, the only possibility is a reward. So this is why I always tell people, when Lord Krishna told in Bhagavad Gita, he said, Karmanya vadikaraste mapaleshu kadachana. He said, do your duty, man. Forget about results. I will take care. The same thing holds good in stock markets also. If you focus on risk, Krishna will take care of reward. If you focus too much on reward, he will not bother about your risk. With this, we come to the end of the session. I hope I have put reasonable efforts to explain, because some of the concepts are not that simple. It takes time to digest the whole essence of price action trading, because people who are so used to the concept of indicator trading, they need a lot of time to get in sync with these kind of thought processes. Okay, there's an interesting from Ranga sir. He says, Ashok, can you elaborate enhancement to 1.5 RR and then to 1 is to 10 RR? Sir, 1 is to 10 RR, we rarely take it. We will take only when there is compression. Okay, when there is extensive compression on arrival, we will look for the trading till the root of compression, or else we will only play 1 is to 3. And if I want better, I will go on a lower time frame, look for another level, so that my zone is reduced and it is smaller. Okay, so if any one of you want more analysis on various stocks of Nifty, you guys can do one thing. You can go to my YouTube channel. Okay, so you can go to my YouTube channel. You need to type Precision Price Action Trader, and if you do that, you will arrive at my channel. There you can go and watch. You should type Precision Price Action Trader. Yeah, and that is my channel. So please search for Precision Price Action Trader, and if you do that, you'll get it. Okay, so that is my channel link for more videos on all the different methods. And I have also posted a recent video on Bank Nifty Corona crisis analysis. You can go and have a look. Okay, please go to the channel and have a look at it. You will get more information there. Okay, so if you want to follow me on Twitter, you have to search for Twitter ID. It is Ashok Devanam Priya. It's my profile is this, and yeah, this is my profile. You can search. That's my profile. Yeah, all right. Okay, Priya is asking, Ashok, any example with respect to go long? Where is long now? Okay, so I believe if you ask me personally, I am still bearish on the markets. Okay, I'm waiting for the next level of fall. There is a beautiful monthly flag limit price actions level at 6,300 Nifty. I am not telling that price will come there. Okay, nor I am predicting that price has to come there. It may come, it may not come, but if it comes, 6,300 is a strong level where I need to take bigger trades. Okay, that is a level where I can take and pump money at a big time, because Nifty PE would be at mouth-watering levels when it comes there. And not only that, it's a strong level for reaction. Ashok, what will you do if stop loss is it? I will take the stop loss. I will take the stop loss. Okay, Swapna, Swapna says, do you have algos for this? No, I have tried a lot to write scanners and screeners for this. I could not succeed. I could manage to only create couple of scanners. I could not build a strategy based out of it. It's extremely difficult, because whenever all these swings, high lows are involved, it's a nightmare. However, successfully we have formed a strategy team in Bangalore. So it's a 4-member team now. Slowly we're going to expand it to higher numbers. Ashok, any books on price action? Please read all the 3 books by Al Brooks. He has written 3 brilliant books on price action. So read them. They're a little boring, but definitely they'll be a great read. And my strong recommendation to everyone is, do not miss the book, The Truth of the Stock Tape. If you ask me personally, that best 3 books that any trader should read, you should never miss The Truth of the Stock Tape, Reminiscence of a Stock Trader, on the story of Jesse Livermore, and third, a book which is close to my heart, How I Made 2 Million in Stock Market by Nicholas Darvish. These 3 are my favorite books. Narsimha says, Ashok, on what time frame you can play these kind of things? You can play at any level. In fact, you can play. I have tried price action on Bank Nifty 1 minute. Of course, I didn't have guts to play Nifty on 1 minute because of liquidity issues. But Bank Nifty 1 minute is something which I have tried. But stocks, I never go below 5 minutes. I never go. It doesn't work. Higher time frame is best. Okay, Ashwin, I will have a relook at it. Probably if I go extreme left, there could be a level over level. I'm not sure. I'll reconfirm that. Okay. So I mean, price action, as I told, is a vast topic. You can spend a lot of time to study. All right. It is one of the most difficult topics compared to all your indicators. Trading on indicators is very easy because indicator has already marked it for you. In price action, there is no marking. You have to mark everything. Your eye becomes your indicator. So that is the problem. It takes a lot of time, but once you get a grip on this concept of domination, life would be better and the whole market will give you a different perspective altogether. Ashok, give some tips on F&O trading. Don't trade if you have capital less than 5 lakhs. That is the best tip I can give you. Out of 100 people who try F&O trading with less than 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 99 will lose money because there is no meaning in that. There is no betting size in that. Okay, great friends. I guess it's time to wind up for today. Thank you so much, one and all, for being a part of the second session of the Super 25 program. So if you people want to reach out to me, that's my mobile number, and here is my email. You can probably buzz me in Telegram or WhatsApp. I will respond whenever time is appropriate. Thank you so much for being a part of Super 25. There are 23 more amazing sessions lined up. As I have already briefed you, all the videos would be uploaded in the website. Please bear with us. In next 1 week, everything would be in place and it will definitely will be there for the time to come. You can happily see them whenever you are free. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a nice evening. And I look forward to come back to you guys tomorrow evening with the next interesting speaker, Mr. Vivek Gadodia. All right. Thank you, friends. Good night. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.